Did I just get another quest? Have to speak with her again.
Tread carefully, Estermore.
I concluded my task. It's time to speak with the Anafath and Amenfath. But did you see? Where's Fjorm? Tell me. The truth belongs to all of us, even Arthwin. You know this. I'm ready to share the truth with that. Yeah, let's get to it. Jeez. So where do I go to do this? And they are where? I decided to speak with the Anampheth in the passage of the Six of Twin Elms. This way? There we go. I've been investigating Fjorm's disappearance. Indeed, Arthwin and Ridei have spoken of little else. I do not envy your position, Gals and Anims, yet your testimony may resolve the tension between the keepers of the stone and the twice-split arrow. When you've gathered the evidence, I'll call a hearing. Let's begin. She nods. I'll summon the two. Their fate and the names of their tribe depends on what you will reveal to us, Gals and Anims. Bethel stands at the head of the hall. Lit from behind by dozens of candles, she casts a long shadow across the floor. We've gathered to weigh the claims of Arthwin and Ride in the matter of Fjorm's disappearance. To that end, we are honored by the presence of Gals and Anims, whose insight will help us render a verdict. Murmurs of astonishment echo from the front of the hut. I didn't know this was going to be a whole thing. Ugh. I wasn't planning on it. I was doing another quest. Alright, let's see. We begin with Arthwin's claim. He asserts that Fjorm lured him into a confrontation from the Stelgar and that he slew the beast on his own. Fjorm, he says, exiled himself, fearing that knowledge of his actions would heap shame on the keepers of the stone. She holds up a tooth as long as her arm. As evidence, he brings a fang from the great Stelgar. On the other hand, Rodea states that his brother was tricked and murdered by Arthwin during the hunt. A hunter of Fjorm's renown would not have fallen in the blood hunt but by treachery. Okay, I remember what happened. It was that one map with that big lion that was dead and that other guy that was also dead. And there was somebody in the below the waterfall, and he was the dead one. So I kind of remember what was going on. I didn't know it was going to be part of a quest though. Her shadow flickers and dances in the candlelight as she looks at you. And now we turn to our Gals and Anims. We ask only that you share your observations, that we may find closure. For these two tribes, she lowers her head. What fate befell Fjorm? Fjorm is dead. What? Rydea stares at you, his face contorted between surprise and anger. He turns to Arthwin. How? You puny weakling, how? Damfathom whips her neck. Whatever. Whips her neck towards the tribesmen. Do not forget your place. Rydea's chest balloons, but he quickly lowers his chin in obedience. Arthwin's eyes dart from side to side. The Anam Ethfeth continues. It saddens us to know this truth, but we must still reveal it deeper. If this is so, how did the giant Stalgard die? Fjorm killed the giant beast. Of course he did. He shakes his fist and looks to everyone in the hall. Arthwin is just a feeble hunter from the twice-split arrows and a liar. Fear bristles along Bethwin's arms. Silence! Her splitted pupils narrow as she regards you. Now we come to it. Claim the truth of the 6 tribes, Gauls and Anams. Fjorm tricked Arthwin and fought the giant Stalgar by himself. They killed each other in the fight. Arthwin tried to cover Fjorm's shame, but lied about besting the creature. Your words echo along the passage of the 6 to the solemn audience. Bethel nods. It is as you say. We thank you for sharing your truth with us. Brothers of the tribe, let these words mend. Go in peace and contemplate the shame brought into your hearth, into our hearth. Shame upon both tribes is not what I would have wanted, but we must learn to turn our faces to these hard truths if we are to survive the coming seasons. Your integrity is a boon to us. Please accept this with our thanks. Not read all these. Alright, let's see. That was a quest I was not expecting to do. I guess I'm gonna look this up. So I'm tired of trying to find it. Type it in real quick. Fragments of a scattered faith. Twin Elms. says my grieving mother can do it. I don't even know what the artifact is. This is a complicated quest. Have a cipher analyze the standard piece. If you're a cipher by Lady Webb, let's see. Old song. Fang's Mine Hunter. The battle artifact to a cipher. Let's try something. Quest items. What's the what is it? Let's see. That's it. How do you have the cipher do it? Maybe she. There? This is a dumb quest. Let's go to Old Song and look for a mine hunter. Go here. Thanks, Hunter. Let's see. Fang's Mine Hunter, an old song, located by the water and Yetis on the western side of the map. Here we go. Fang's Mine Hunter. Finally. Sheesh, that was hard. I am instructing Estimor. What do you need? Show Steel Sun. Are you a cipher? I need to know about someone who might have touched this. Let's see. Orland's eyes trace along the contours of the ornamental sun. Now and then he grunts appreciatively at some hidden detail. I find demonstrations more instructive than lectures. Perhaps we may make progress today after all. He glances at his student. Pay attention. He takes the relic in his hand, and his eyelids begin to flicker involuntarily over elongated pupils. For a moment it feels as though some slick and wriggling insect is crawling through your ear canal. And when it is over, you can feel the mine hunter's presence hovering over your consciousness. Come, I'll show you the way. The voice reverberates through the channels of your mind. You close your eyes and concentrate. The sun is bright in your mind's eye, warm with the pupils of collective experience and noisy with the thoughts of the past, of battle, of faith, of home. You drift from voice to voice, through to through, thought to thought. Etter's soul, a vibrant signature with which to locate his brother. One voice stands out amidst the dim, brassy, and earnest, a shade brighter than Etter's, but unmistakably on the same construction. You have no image of its owner, but this journey is imprinted within the points and curves of the steel sun, and in your mind it opens before you a path stretching both southward to Gilded Vale and northward over the uneven terrain that joins the Direwood and Reed Carris. You trace the path back to its origin, far back as you can find, gliding over plains and hillsides to a one-room home in Gilded Vale with a thatched roof and a dirt floor. The path is faint here, its distance in time rendering images blurry and details scarce. From Gilded Vale it follows a road towards Madhammer Bridge, reaching the gates of Defiance Bay before diverting abruptly, cutting northward in a beeline for Raidcrace. The path leads to a Raidcarian city, regal and austere in the Adair imperial style. It winds through streets and climbs a grand set of stairs into a stoutly building, passing through pointed archways into what appears to be a throne room. Upon the throne sits a man whose head is pure blinding light, and as its gaze turns to you, the light drowns out all else. Its voice carries the force of thunder, but its words are impossible to make out in the imprint echoes of echoes. The voice and light fades, and the path bends backwards, carrying you along to a barracks. The back southward, marching into the Direwood and skirmishing along the way. Upon one battlefield, the imprint is vivid, and you see a red carrion standing topped with a steel sun clutched in the hands of a fallen soldier. You see a young man in red Karen armor with Edder's straw-colored hair race towards the standard and lift it. The path you've been following clear to see beneath his feet, and as his hand brushes the steel tip, you can hear his thoughts racing in a blur, and they are of his God and his country, and a brother he hopes is far away from this place. In an instant, the thoughts are gone, as well as the man, and the standard is passed to another soldier. You pick the path up again, and it meanders south and disintegrates in the shadow of Klaben right leg. You open your eyes.
Anything? Looked like you were working real hard there.
Your brother got as far as Defiance Bay before turning the red Karis instead. He met Waidwin there, then he enlisted.
What'd he talk about with Widewin?
Waidwin's head was a beam of light.
I figured that. Woden and me had heard enough stories from his uprising to know it wasn't just some tall tale. Doesn't mean he was Aethys. It could have been some wizard's trick. It's what they talked about that's important. What'd they say?
I don't know.
That's not funny. Come on. That metal sun, my brother touched it. You saw where he went. Now what'd he talk about with Widewin? Why'd my brother fight for Raid Saris?
Are you deaf? I said, I don't know.
I guess that's it.
Edder's mouth hangs open, his eyes glaze, his forehead creased between his eyebrows. He rakes his teeth over his lower lip. His voice is barely a whisper. Guess that's it. He already said that. We'll find some other way to know why he did what he did.
I don't think we will. What would we do? Look for more war relics? We were lucky to find this one. Soldiers that fought with him are long dead. The battle was a massacre. Whatever Aethys knows, he's not talking to anyone.
Quest completed. Finally. Now, I think we got, except for this one. I'm just gonna skip that one. This new quest from this robot girl we got. Automaton, android, whatever she is. Yeah, I don't know why she's not doing her quest. Grieving mother. Could talk to her again.
Your mind comes bearing questions.
Nope, doesn't want to tell me.
So you knew this Theos character ages ago, that right? And that was what? A few hundred years ago? 1,000? What's that even like, remembering something from so long ago? That may be a mercy. That's what's got me thinking about Theos. Those Delamgons said he remembers everything. I mean, can you imagine? Recalling centuries in perfect detail. Every lost love. Every failed dream. Torture. And from the gods he purportedly serves, no less. You ever wonder how that's changed him? Whether Theos would have chosen this path all those lifetimes ago if he'd known where it would lead? That's fair. I'm not defending Theos, but I remember what it was like to carry a burden you can't put down. Which makes me wonder why he's doing it. Other gods told you that he means to strengthen Woodica. But to what end? I suppose you're right.
How many gear does she have? Anyway, if I keep her instead of my monk, I'd have to give her some stuff. See what we have. Rings, sort by value. So we have it's not stack. You can only do it once. Let's see. Standard cape. Those both the same. Actually, what's this one? Give you that. And melee damage bonus. We do that. I'll need a belt. Advanced knockdown. Give you knockdown, or I'll do this. That one. Got your boots. Defense against prone attacks. And your weapon. You're a dual wielder. $14 to $20. $16 to $23. Not this. What is this? One-handed club. Guess that's fine.
Lead the way.
Move you up
Uh-huh.
to there. All right, let's try